This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for March 26, 2025. Currently, it's March 16, 2025, 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $562.81 USD. And the shuffle video for the March 26th reading was created on February 21st, 2025 at 8:28 p.m. Eastern Time. What we're going to cover in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the day. We're going to give you the timing of the highest high, the lowest low, and give you the trades that we see at the end of the video. We're even going to give you the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events. It's important to understand that in some of these readings, the timing will need plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room. It's a sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction that you should pay closest attention to. That's the main purpose of the prediction. And this is one of the main reasons why I do not recommend trading this information on your own. This should really only be traded. This type of information should only be traded if you have access to our Discord trade alerts as part of the early access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders. Come here, Goof. And I'll show you how to get that at the end of the video, guys. So let's get into it. The overall trend and chart behavior for the day: a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support. Behavior around the highest high, we should see a really notable decline off of the day's high that'll stand out amongst other daily charts. Behavior around the lowest low, we should have a sideways fluctuating decline preceding a notable rally. And I'm advised to trade around the Magus card move, which should be a lot of price change covered by that with that Magus card move. Yeah, okay, and it looks like it's out of a decline. There's a big move from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. So that's probably a pretty good day trade in there. We're going to look at that in more detail. In any case, chances are, matter of fact, let me do the hour by hour here. So in the post market, we have a day's low thus far, and we rally into key resistance. We abruptly turned around after meeting that resistance and decline past the point at which we rallied into it. So likely a lower price level here just after the open with this notable reversal with the fortune card at the open. And then out of that low there just after the open, a rally increasing with the momentum moving forward into a possible day's high just after 10 o'clock. It's a little iffy though if that's where the day's high is going to be. Most likely, but if not, then it's going to be over here somewhere, and we'll get into that as we progress. Between 10 and 11, a decline to and through support. I mean, another support. We pause the decline there and rotate sideways for a bit before breaking down into more decline through more support levels. Between roughly 11 and 12, an important trough that'll stand out on a one-day chart, followed by likely a big move to the upside into a peak between 12 and 1, and if I'm wrong about that, then it'll be 3 pokes through the same trend line followed by a sharp drop into a low. Either way, we end up in a low, a peak or no peak, we end up in a low around 3 o'clock, day's low, and from that day's low, there should be a huge move starting out of the decline, taking us from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. That's where you could enter into, once we see a day's low there, likely some sideways rotation at that point too, but once we see a day's low there between around 1 o'clock, give or take a half hour or so, that's where you can enter into a long position and hold that long position for a day trade. We should move from the bottom of the range all the way into the top of a range. And then a U-shaped dip between roughly 2 and 3 after closing out of that position, a U-shaped dip between 2 and 3. And then more of a decline back into lows in the last hour. If you missed the opportunity to close out of that long, you'd likely add to the long position here in the last hour with this decline, which may turn into a big move to the upside right at the close, taking us into a high. Or more likely, it'll be the following day. But either way, I would want to get into a long position. If we're at lows for the day in the last hour, I'd want to get into a long position there for an overnight swing. Also, it is very likely that we're at higher price levels than we were here. Very, very likely, not definite, but very likely we're at higher price levels on the 26th than we were on the 25th. That's SPY for March 26, 2025. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. I'm going to show you guys how to get that early access subscription. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over order now, click on subscriptions. Early access gets you the earliest access to any of our public posts. There's a channel right here where they come out before anything comes out on YouTube. It comes out here. live stream questions channel where you can ask questions throughout the week and we'll answer them on the next available live. You also get the live Discord trade alerts for day trading SPY and swing trading SPY. All of that is part of early access. You saw the price, $100 a month. It's ridiculously underpriced. You'll make that back in one trade easily. Much love and appreciation to everybody that subscribes for that. The reason why it's so low is we want people to try it out, and then they see just how insane this stuff is, guys. These are game-changing services. But again, much love and appreciation to all our supporters. Blessings to all our angel investors. You know where to go. You know what to do. Right here on the resources tab of our website, Terra for Traders. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to a charity. 5% profits should be donated back to the channel, leaving you with 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.